Dragons are one of the most important parts of LEGO Ninjago, and there have been a lot of LEGO dragons released for the theme. In this video, I will be ranking every LEGO Ninjago Dragon. I'm not including smaller dragons like ones from Polybags or the 4+ dragons because we all know where those will end up. I also know that some of these are technically wyverns, but I'm including them all in this video. Number 34 is Jay's Thunder Dragon Evo from the Core Wave in 2022. The main thing behind the Evo sets is that you can add parts to the build and take away parts, and that kind of makes this dragon look incomplete to me. The body doesn't look that great, and the wings on the arms are weird. Besides that though, the head looks okay and I like the colors, with this yellow color being one of my favorite LEGO colors. Number 33 is Kai's Fire Dragon Evo, which is the other Evo dragon from the Core Wave in 2022. This one's a little better than Jay's because it has a bulkier design and looks more complete. The wings also look better as they are in a better place and are longer. This one just has a similar concept to the previous dragon, but pretty much does everything better than it. Number 32 is Cole's Dragon from the Skybound Wave in 2016, and this is probably the smallest dragon on this list, and I know I said I wouldn't include smaller dragons, but this was in its own little set, so I thought I should include it. This has a pretty good design for it being a smaller dragon, and I always love Cole's color schemes with the browns and sand green, but this just doesn't compare to some of the bigger dragons. Number 31 is Jay's Elemental Dragon from the Skybound Wave in 2016, and this dragon looks ugly, especially in the head with those weird white horns protruding from the sides. The body isn't bad, but it's hard to tell what's going on. Even though I think it looks ugly, I also think it looks cute in a way, but that doesn't put it any higher on the list. Number 30 is the Nindroid Mech Dragon from the rebooted wave in 2014, and this might be the most controversial placement on this list. I like the mechanized look and the purple and gray color scheme. It also has some neat play features. There is a rubber-tipped missile, which is one of my favorite LEGO projectile features, and there are saw blades in the front. I like the build for the head, but this dragon isn't that high because the overall build looks a little messy. Number 29 is the Titanium Dragon from the Tournament of Elements wave in 2015. The idea behind this dragon is cool, and the story with it in the show was cool, but I don't completely like the design. This is another dragon that looks kinda messy, and the build also looks stiff to me. Besides that, I think the head build is okay, and the colors are fine. Number 28 is the original Ultra Dragon from 2012. The idea of a 4-headed dragon is pretty cool, and I think it looks fine in the show, but I was never that much of a fan of the Ultra Dragon build. This is yet another dragon I think looks messy, and that big gray section in the front doesn't help. It looks okay in some angles, and the green and white colors are nice, but the overall execution of this build could have been better. Number 27 is the Legacy Ultra Dragon from 2019, and I have similar problems with this one as I did the original, but this build is better. The gray part on the original is white here, which flows better with the rest of the build and feels less out of place. The brick-built heads look good, but I think I like the original heads just as much. I think the wings look better, and the overall build just looks better than the original to me. Number 26 is the Empire Dragon from the Prime Empire wave in 2020, and this is another more mechanical dragon. The build is fine, but what I don't like about it are the colors don't look that great and the body is a bit slim. Besides that, I think the actual design of the head is good and the seating area, which is incorporated nicely into the build. There isn't too much wrong with this, but I think it's just an okay dragon build. Number 25 is Jay's Cyber Dragon from the Prime Empire wave in 2020, and this is the opposing dragon to the Empire Dragon, and I have similar thoughts about it. The main thing I like about it more than the Empire Dragon is the color scheme. I think the blue and white looks nice and much better than what the Empire Dragon had, but I don't love the neon green. It has engines on the sides and more pieces, which means it has a more solid design that I think looks better. Number 24 is Lloyd's Golden Ultra Dragon from the Crystallized wave in 2022, and this is the most recent dragon that is on this list. This is similar to the Ultra Dragon but gold, and the reason I like it more than that one is because I think it looks less messy. All of the colors just work better than the regular version, and the build for the body flows together quite nicely. The other one I think the other Ultra Dragon builds do better are the heads, but other than that, I like this one more. Number 23 is the original Fire Dragon from 2011, and this is my least favorite of the original 4 dragons. I think the other dragons just do the designs better, especially the tail, which is just so simple and doesn't look that good on this one. Besides that, I like the look of these original dragon heads, which have cool play features with the ball that can shoot from the mouth. This dragon is okay, but I like the colors more on the other 3, and the design of this one is just my least favorite. Number 22 is the Lightning Dragon from 2011, and this is another one of the original 4 dragons and also the biggest one. I don't really like that it's bigger than the others because they are supposed to be around the same size, and especially the main part of the body just looks too thick. Besides that, I like the blue colors and it has good articulation. Number 21 is the smaller Ghost Dragon from the Possession wave in 2015. and this was in the Final Flight of Destiny's Bounty set. I was surprised how high this dragon made it on this list, as I've never really thought too much of it, but it's a really good smaller dragon that's a side build in a set. I like the design for the head and the chains look cool. This is just a surprisingly good build for it not being that big. Number 20 is Stormbringer from the Hunted Wave in 2018. This one is made to combine with the Boost set, which I'm not exactly sure what it does, but it doesn't look good when it's combined. The main part of this build I don't like is the neck. The head looks good, but the neck just looks stiff. This dragon also doesn't really have wings. It has winglets, which look neat. This is a good dragon, but I feel like the boost compatibility holds back the design. Number 19 is the Legacy Golden Dragon from 2019, and this was a remake of the original from 2013, and I like that one better. It's smaller than the original, but I don't hate that it's smaller. I like the predominantly gold color with parts of it in green, and the stud shooter in the mouth is a nice play feature even though it looks a little out of place. I think the original has a better body shape, and since it's bigger, the overall build is more filled out. Number 18 is the Green NRG Dragon from the Skybound Wave in 2016. There are some weird things about this dragon. It has a smaller shaped head and a tail that splits off and has stud shooters on the ends. The build for the body is solid, and the wings are interesting with that gold foil look. I don't love the design of the legs, but I like the saddle with it being that dark red color to contrast the rest of the build. Number 17 is the Green Ninja Mech Dragon from the LEGO Ninjago movie in 2017. I think this dragon is a little overrated, but it's still really good. I love the sand green color, and the build flows together nicely. I like the engines in the ribcage area that can open up, and the wingless design is unique to most other dragons. The mouth area looks a little plain to me, just being sand green, but that's a minor problem. This is a great dragon, but it's just not one of my favorites. Number 16 is the Earth Dragon from the Hunted Wave in 2018. This is a smaller dragon, and I like the rocky look and the sand green parts. The wings are simple and might be the weakest part of this one, but there are some cool parts being used like the swords under the eyes. This is a good small dragon for the theme that has some good details. Number 15 is the Legacy Fire Dragon from 2021, and this is a big improvement on the original that uses newer building techniques. It has a bulkier and more menacing design than the original, and I like all the colors that are used. The head is similar, but looks better because it doesn't have the play feature in its mouth. And the wings look much better on this one using cloth, which makes them look like more complete wings. This is just an overall better build for the Fire Dragon. Number 14 is the original Golden Dragon from 2013, and like I said, I think this is just a better build than the Legacy version. The body especially looks better on this version, but I think most of the build is better. The one part I think might be better on the Legacy version is the head, but both are close. Number 13 is the Ice Dragon from 2011, and this is the smallest of the original 4 dragons, and I like this smaller design. I like all of the ice pieces and the white color to give it that icy look. My least favorite part of this one though is the tail. It's just one piece and is very simple, and it could look better. It has the same head play feature as the other original dragons, and this is just the simplest of the originals. Number 12 is Wu's Battle Dragon from the Master of the Mountain Wave in 2020, and in the show this dragon is known as Chompy, and it isn't actually Wu's dragon. This is one of the more solid, smaller dragon builds, and the wing design is one of the better wing designs for the dragons, and this is just a nice build. I don't really have any problems with this. Everything about this build is pretty good. Number 11 is the Earth Dragon from 2011. This is the most unique of the original dragons and my favorite of them. It has a different headpiece that gives it a different look, and it doesn't have wings, which isn't completely accurate to the show. I like the sand green pieces as usual, but the build is lacking in some areas, like towards the back of the body and the back legs are pretty stiff. The tail also has some nice movement. The build isn't perfect, but I like the look of this dragon a lot. Number 10 is Lloyd's Legendary Dragon from the Core Wave in 2022, and this is definitely the best dragon from that wave. This has a bulkier design and an interesting color scheme being green and dark blue. The head is pretty good, being a combination of being almost completely brick built and specific headpieces. The chest is big and gives the whole dragon a different look and makes it more unique, which is cool. Number 9 is Firstborn, which is the main dragon from the Hunted Wave in 2018. It has a demonish look with the horns and the red color, and it looks quite cool with the spikes all over. The wings don't look the best, but it does have a good feature where you push something down on the back and the wings flip up and down. Number 8 is the Fusion Dragon from the Hands of Time Wave in 2017, and I really like the two-headed design and how it is split into fire and water. I think the wings are some of the better brick-built designed wings. 2 figures can be seated on this one, back to back, and on the back there is a stud shooter crossbow. I like how the colors go together and cross each other on the back. I like how unique this dragon is and how well this one does the multi-headed design. Number 7 is the Water Dragon from the Seabound Wave in 2021, and this was probably my favorite set from that wave. It has a sleeker design and I like the blue colors. It has smaller wings and a neat play feature to flap the wings. I like the look of the head and the tail moves pretty smoothly. My only problem with this one is that the neck area doesn't look the best, but that's a minor issue. Number 6 is the Skull Sorcerer's Dragon from the Master of the Mountain Wave in 2020. This is a very menacing dragon, and I like that it's basically a dragon skeleton. I like the white and lime green color scheme, and the main play feature is cool where you can drop a bomb of spiders from its ribcage. This is a very solid skeletal dragon. Number 5 is Moro's Dragon from the Possession Wave in 2015. I like the wavy design and the ghostly color scheme. The seating area also looks cool. The only thing I kind of don't like is how flat the jaw looks, but the rest of the head looks good. This is another great menacing dragon. Number 4 is the Jungle Dragon from the Island Wave in 2021. In the show they call it Zippy, and he's a cute dragon. He acts like a dog, which can be seen by the tongue and the wagging tail, and they captured that personality really well in this build. The tail wagging feature works well, and there's a bend in its back. It has smaller wings because it's more of a leaping dragon than a flying one, and this is just one of the more fun dragons. Number 3 is the Ice Dragon from the Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu wave in 2019, and this was in my favorite set from that wave. I like the white and dark blue colors, and there is some good movement, especially in the neck. The icy wings look good, and the head has a nice design. This is just one of my favorite dragons that has a great color scheme. Number 2 is Master Wu's Dragon from the Possession Wave in 2015. This has a great head build with that mustache look and some nice parts usage. The wings also have a pretty cool design with those gold pieces, and the whole body is a nice build with the white and gold color scheme. The saddle area is interesting, being a crate piece, and there's a teapot in the front which is very fitting for Sensei Wu. And number 1 is the Overlord Dragon from the Legacy Wave in 2021. This is something Ninjago fans have been wanting ever since it appeared in Season 2, and it might not be completely accurate, but I love it. When I first saw images of it, I didn't care for it that much, but then when I saw reviews, I liked it a lot more. The head is probably my favorite part of this build. It has a very unique design with the gold teeth, and I just like the shape of it. The color scheme is alright, but the dark blue isn't the perfect color for it. The wings also could have been a little better. This dragon build isn't perfect, but it's still my favorite. So that was my ranking of every LEGO Ninjago Dragon. There have been a lot of cool designs, and I hope for some more in the future. But anyway, that's all I have to say. See you next time, goodbye.